Hey folks, this is Woody and WD Homesteading in South Central Pennsylvania. Today our video is going to be on our honeybees. For many years my wife has thought about getting bees, but it just never worked out. So in the spring we got a hold of a good friend who's been a beekeeper for many years. And we met with him and he became our mentor. He said, well, I'll fix you up with a hive or two and get you started collecting bees so you can have honey. So we're going to show you some things that we've learned, mostly things that we've learned, and maybe a couple of things that doesn't work. So let's get started. Okay, Dee, what's the first thing we're doing here today?
I'm trying to get one of these things out, and I was told that was told by one person, don't take any off the first year, but I was told by other people that I can't let it on this long.
So pretty much we were told to take the first two off and shake them down to the three on the bottom for winter. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to take them down to three of them. This one here is fully capped, almost.
No, on the other side it is.
On the other side it is.
Watch you don't smush them.
And how about number three? What's that look like?
That one's pretty capped too.
So what didn't work was standing here trying to take them off that fifth layer. And so my wife went ahead and loosened it up, and I put them on the table. So as you see, it's a lot easier to reach. So this is what works for us. Okay, here's what it looks like. 3 boxes. And here's what we got off the first 2 from the top. And we'll continue to hopefully get them transported over. Dee was making sure they have enough honey for the winter. And it looks like they have plenty to last in the winter till next spring. So that's what she was doing here. So what we learned from our mentor, he had a mentor too. And just about everybody does bees has somebody to mentor them. And my wife did a lot of reading, and she also looked on the internet. See, now this is not capped, so what she's doing is going to switch this to one that has a lot of honey. And so then she'll take each one of them and shake the bees in here so they can have a place to live during the winter and eat their honey.
This was the very top box, and it wasn't capped as good as the lower boxes were.
Wow, works pretty good.
I'm gonna have to, because this is...
You're gonna exchange that too?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna leave that in there. I don't want to take all their honey, because I'm just gonna empty this one box and put the ones that aren't capped in it. I don't want to lay it down on any of them.
Dee and I teamed up on the first hive. It's still going to be 4 boxes high because one of the boxes wasn't capped, the very top one. So they got plenty of honey for the winter. And inside, we'll show you what we have to do with the whole box we got inside. Okay, now it's time for the second hive. Dee's taking the top off.
Yeah, this one isn't going to be like the other one.
She said this one's not going to be like the other one. And we're learning as we go.
There.
Okay, so none of it's capped, so we don't have to do anything, do we?
Just completely empty.
Completely empty box.
But I'm going to let it on the table and let them clean anything up that's on there. Right.
Now what are these things up here? Can you...
This is to get rid of mites.
Okay.
Then I'll leave them on until next spring, and if you can, I don't know if you can see, it's full of honey down in there.
But we're supposed to leave 3 on though, right? So yeah. We're going to probably leave it on.
Yeah, I would think so. And I don't think I need
And a beekeeper told us that. So, you know, like I said, we're learning. We have 1 or 2 different mentors, and they told us they had a mentor that got them started. Hey, we're inside the house. The bees are calming down, doing their thing outside. And this is what we got from our first hive. It's a whole box that we have to decap and drain the honey in this bucket here. All right, this is what we learned. You have to take this off first. This is the wax.
I need a pan or something to put the wax in.
So I'm going to get Dee a pan here while I'm recording. There's a pan, Dee. So that's the first thing. They all have to be de-waxed, and then the honey be coming out of them after that.
Okay.
So we have to do this to all 10 of them, or how many was in the box. And we're going to save the wax because the wax can be used for many things too.
And we'll let this honey drain off the wax.
Yep. Things that we've learned. Did have one casualty. Somehow a bee managed to sting me in my chin with my bee suit on. I don't know how, but my wife pulled the stinger out, and I put some special salve on it that my wife made from plantain, and the stinging went away almost instantly. Okay, so far 2.5 almost done. That's just the wax taken off, and they're soaking in this pan here because it does leak out into the bucket.
Look, and there's...
So, look there.
In the bucket it has... And there's more coming out. I'm just taking the top and letting it drain.
So we're learning as we go, and the point of this is, since we only had 12 of them, 12 frames, we didn't get an extractor or bar one. Probably next year we'll have to, because this takes a lot of time. It's going to be well worth it. Okay, folks, there you have it. 1 box out of 5, 12 frames. Look at here. And we're not done yet. All this has to drain. All this wax in this kettle has to drain.
And all the frames still have to
And all the frames are still draining. And the bees, they will go on those frames, and they'll take any excess off when we put them outside. So there you go. When we're completely done, we'll show you the verdict. Okay, folks, here you have it. Off of 1 box of honeybees, there is all but 16 pounds. The big jars are the quart, that's 2 pounds. The pint jar is 1 pound, and the half pint's a half a pound. And the best part yet, it's not done draining yet, but we got it to the bottom. And as you see, it's still draining. So look all the money that we're going to be saving by having honeybees. And you can too if you have the desire and determination. Good day, folks.